Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 3 seed in this playoff, the UCF Knights, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. This one is out of bounds, a mistake on a simple opening kickoff. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course.
You got caught.
First down here for this offense. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Early on in a football game, the offense always wants to try to develop just a nice rhythm to their offense. That time, just a simple screen to the running back, and they build some confidence on this first drive with a nice play.
That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Knights have first and 10 here. Quarterback drops back. Hits the running back in the flat. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. No shot to bring him down. Ball still out of bounds, close to the end zone.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back as good as we've seen all year with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
The Knights line up with a first and goal. A Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. The Knights hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Third and goal, will try to run it in. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF. Come out in the playoff game, Kurt. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate. I mean, actually, just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
They try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here comes a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And a sophomore making an impact play.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held onto the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that third down catch.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball, does a good job of bringing him down short of the first down.
Big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. And here comes the punter onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. Returner brought down by that coverage team. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
In the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Off play action. He's looking to throw. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works.
When a defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback, 3rd down, critical down and distance, do a good job of dialing things up, and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
He'll kick it away here. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, it's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their 2nd sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? Grab made by the tight end. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. The offense going with the hurry up. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Makes a quick catch. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. It doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Testing the right side here. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. The offense stays on the field, of course. It's 4th down and inches. On the run, it's Parker. And he picks up the 1st down, tackled at the 32.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the 1st down line. Just punch it in and pick up the 1st down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And looking to throw now on 1st down. He's got it down the left sideline for a huge gain. 4 set of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
It's a new set of downs, and it's 1st and goal for the offense. Graham down the middle. It's Brown. And they've got him.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
2nd and goal for the offense. They'll try to run this one in. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. 3rd down and goal. Big play coming up here in the red zone. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, Chris, we're still here in the first half, but you got to wonder after that stop there on 3rd down. Now we got a 4th down situation, and now you're in the red zone. I wonder, you want to take the 3 points the easy way, or do you roll the dice and try to take a chance and try to come up with a touchdown?
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And the extra point goes up and good. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking for the wide out. And he's got his man open downfield. And the play is good enough for a 1st down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
There's the handoff. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Get some space around the 30. Powers through a tackle. Couldn't quite get in. Tackle down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run. The Knights hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Send the back in motion. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Knights.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Automatic in the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers, but he stopped short of the 1st down. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Snags the quick throw. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down. No huddle now for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Let's it fly to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. On the run here, taking a deep shot. Pass caught out of the 20. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They test the middle and get stuck. That is just not open for business today. They crank up the tempo here for this important 3rd down play. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9. 1st and goal. Great chance now to draw even before halftime. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Defense calls their 3rd and final timeout of the half now. 2nd down and goal. It's a quick grab. And it's a touchdown, but there is a marker on the field. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. An inside give now from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Timeout is called. Clock strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Looks like 1 more play here before halftime. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Looking to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Knights will kick this away to get the 2nd half going. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's caught downfield. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great complement to that running game, and then you become a complete package and a real threat.
The catch is made for a huge pickup. An explosive play across midfield all the way to the 41. The offense continuing to build momentum. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Touchdown, LSU. And they go in front here in the second half. Kicking team out for the PAT try.
Chris, this guy's listed as a tight end, but to me, he's really a wide receiver. Here's an example of how you can use his size and speed to overmatch this defense for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he fields it inside the 15. Gets it to the 29 before being brought down. And the UCF offense back out on the field now. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
Now that's called making adjustments at halftime and coming out, believing in those adjustments and attacking a defense. Good job here with the execution and a great throw by the quarterback.
After the big gainer, suddenly a great chance to score. 1st and goal from the 3. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Now they get set to kick it away. Returner looking to create better field position. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. Tackle made out of the 24-yard line. Nice play. No huddle here for the offense.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get long.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play. From the 15-yard line, it's 2nd and long. Direct snap to the back. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. That's caught. It's Parker. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Running out of time in the pocket. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The sure hands. It's Brown. Tackle made after the completion. Now it's 2nd down here.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route. You prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards.
Just trucks through the defender. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. We go with a direct snap. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. On the toss play, runner moving left. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Okay, so the UCF offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Looking to pass here on second down. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. The linebacker shifting around now. And it's caught off the deflection. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Chris, that ball is deflected up into the air on 3rd down. Somehow they come down with it, and it's a first down. Sometimes better to be lucky than be good.
There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And the ball is picked off. Can he take it all the way? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. And they keep it going. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up second down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking to scramble. He lets it go on the move. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just...
It is intercepted. Not much on the return, but the important thing, the takeaway, snuffs out the scoring threat. Big play.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Three guys up front lined up. It's first down. Powering right past the defender. And they bring him down right at the 20. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They'll run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Makes the catch downfield.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Bites off a defender. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Touchdown, nice. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. On the move, looking deep. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it.
Well, the defense does a really good job of getting that initial pressure on the quarterback, but this is what he can do. His athletic ability and his legs gets him away from the pressure. He buys some time, and I love how he keeps his eyes downfield. He's not scrambling to run. He's scrambling to make a big play with his arm, just unable to connect with the receiver downfield, but good effort and a good play.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's not going to bring out the 3rd down.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Here we are late in a 1-score game. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
I can't believe the call here by this offense. A lot of teams, they're not going to keep it on the ground in this situation. 4th and 1, 4th and inches is one thing. But they needed more than that here. And they line up and hit this defense right in the mouth and pick up a 1st down. Give a luck.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. And it's caught inside the 10. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
To me, anytime you see a one-on-one opportunity, you feel you can take advantage of it, you go after that matchup. This is a great play here by the quarterback and receiver.
It's 1st and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? And the wideout goes in motion. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
You just love to see this when the game is on the line. This offensive line does a great job of executing up front, giving this back just enough room to be able to get into the end zone and give them the lead.
PHC is good. They take a 3-point lead here in the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. The shotgun running play call. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
We've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. Pressure moment for the quarterback. We'll see if he can stay calm and collected. Down a score late in the game. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looking for his big tight end. And the sophomore quarterback throws it behind the receiver.
Chris, this is it. It comes down to this 4th down play to be able to stay in this football game. They've got to convert to be able to keep their hopes alive. Can this quarterback deliver and make the play?
Trying for a 4th down completion. Lets it go quickly. And he finds his target. He has the first. They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. The Knights will have 1st and 10 here. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Runs right over the defender. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Chris, you've got to be able to tackle better than that. Not only that, the missed tackles, he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. These are the fundamentals of the game. These missed tackles that could cost him the football game.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big 1st half, and he's already at it again.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time, Kirk.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do well.
A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup. And the long drive continues. The offense just grinding away here. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Crucial third down play coming up after that run. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. And we're all tied up now. Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. The Knights are in the red zone. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Running play called on 3rd and short. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. But you got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
They'll test the right side here. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust that, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Trying for a pick 6 to win the game. That's it. Game over on the interception.
Oh, Oh, that is a tough decision by this quarterback. What a mistake. And now it's simply the kicking game. This defense better come out and be ready either to get a turnover or push this line of scrimmage back as far as they can.
So this defense now needs to come up with something special to make a play to stay in this game in OT. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense in hurry-up mode. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
Well, just a great play by the running back here, just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
1st and goal now as the offense tries to just punch it in and win the game. And he's in there. Touchdown to win this game in overtime. Wow.
Chris, you think this guy, when he went to bed last night at the team hotel, thought he would score not 1, not 2, but 3 rushing touchdowns in 1 game? What a day.
Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.